And our last lesson in this module will be about comments. We will touch on it quickly. Comments are lines of text that we add to JavaScript code for the purpose of annotation or for the purpose of helping other programmers understand what's going on. Comments are usually ignored by the JavaScript engine, and it's not processed as part of the code. So comments can be used to explain the purpose of the JavaScript code. It can also be used to add instructions for other programmers reviewing the code. So in many instances, as a programmer, you wouldn't necessarily be building applications and web pages from scratch. In some instances, you might actually inherit someone else's code. And the extent of the comments and instructions that they put in the code, helps us understand what's going on and helps us make updates if we need to. And finally, comments can be used to add metadata. So for example, if I wanted to add the author or the timestamp I made a change, that could also be done by comments. So when I'm using comments, or when you want to use comments, you precede every line of comment with a forward double slash. And the best way to see this in action is for me to go back into Visual Studio Code. I still have my example open from our inline.js lesson, which was the previous lesson. And I will just go ahead and within the script tag add a single line comment. And if you've noticed, Visual Studio has also been very helpful to highlight this whole line as green to help me see that this is a comment and it wouldn't be processed as part of the JavaScript execution. Beyond that, we can also have multi-line comment, and that also can be preceded with a forward slash and an asterisk, and then we can end it with an asterisk and a forward slash again. So let's see an example of that. So let's go into our function here, and let's add a multi-line comment. And in this comment, I'm just going to explain the purpose of this function. Okay, so we can see that that whole block of comments has also been highlighted green by Visual Studio Code. It's good to note that you can have as many lines as you want. And so once you are done adding the number of lines, you just always finish it up with an asterisk and a forward slash. Finally, if I save and test out my code, and click on the purple label and add my name. So I can see that our JavaScript still works as before, and the comments that I've put into the code have done absolutely nothing to affect the execution of the code. So that's how comments work. It's really useful for just annotating your code and possibly giving instructions to other programmers that may use your code in the future.